Alright, I think we got everything sent out. Arrgh. Got my coffee. Hang on, I gotta put that phone over there. That phone over there. Get comfortable in my chair here. That coffee is entirely too hot to drink right now, but it's all good. Let's pull this over. Alright, I think I'm good. Welcome, everybody. We're going to continue our Deadfire, Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire playthrough. What was I working on? Oh yeah, I'd gotten to the Eothas ruins. And we're about to explore this place.
I'll see to it.
There we go. Harvesting for the win. What is this? Oh, that's an exit. I don't want to exit. Back to the ruins I go. Take it. It's a nice wispy effect when you can loot one of those statues.
Keeping an eye out.
How the hell do I get down there? Okay, there we go. I mean, we might as well just go clockwise.
Watch my hands. This one's for Keyleth. Another round, another crit.
You know, out of genuine curiosity, because I played... We might just... we might take it up to classic mode for now. Any effect on any map you have not yet visited. Well, let's try it and let's just see. Because I had been playing on story mode because I'm like, I don't really need. I mean, we might as well loot everything at this point. Whatever Derisi did to that last bass, it's working. We're seeing much higher concentrations of essence in the harvested Adra. I only wish he'd let the rest of us in on his methods. One of our Juana workers got the jolt of his life transporting one of the crates, and that's on top of the one that got blinded last week. And all Derisi can say for himself is that they were careless. I'm the one paying these islanders' families out of my own pocket. At this rate, I'm going to be one idiot who comes out of this whole enterprise with less money than I started. Let's go down. Downwards we go.
I think I can pull that off. Here we go.
All right. So see I'm on normal mode. Hold up a minute. I need my dude to move.
Show me.
And the reason is because Adair is stuck up top. My pet's gonna die. have I got at my disposal?
Another for the queen.
No one noticed that, right?
Dagger, dagger, dagger.
Dagger, dagger, dagger. That's much more challenging on normal mode.
I'll see to. Yes? The shadows and I have an understanding.
Nothing else in here?
Hmm? What do you need?
Okay, let's get out of here. Man, that's a good round of coffee.
Ah, I see your plan.
Warning, extreme danger inside. By odor of Odorisi, the trading hall is off limits to exploration. That means we're going in, right? What do we got up here? Oh, we're
Hey.
definitely taking that out. Skeletal warrior.
Let's get started. Here, Captain, I need a new approach. Missed.
Ooh, this might be kind of interesting. My wolf is getting eaten up alive.
Hey.
This isn't working.
Oh shit, she's gonna eat it.
Cody's done for. Oh, I need a new approach.
These guys were quite challenging. I've not played on this difficulty before. I just thought I would try it. It's interesting.
Yes?
Yeah?
Let's get started. Oh, I need a new approach. This is definitely not good. Alright, maybe I'm not.
I totally ate it. That's awesome.
Hey. We had some good times.
Defeat. That is a first. The party has died. We're not going to do it like that next time.
I'm here.
Of course. That looks like something.
Looks like trouble. A little something forward. This isn't working.
And then they all just run into the traps. That's not what I wanted to do. Load game. Problem is I don't have a... I'm beginning to regret my decision to run a To not have, I don't have a thief yet.
Missed.
Shit, the other one's coming on us.
Can't make a dent.
Now, why can't he make a dent?
Nuh-uh, didn't work. Yeah.
Get started.
Darkness flow.
Hang on.
And the light wanes.
Wait, I'm coming.
Well, she's down again.
This isn't working.
What the hell are these guys resistant to?
Next time. Can't make a dent. Here we go. This one's mine.
I need some help here.
Oh, you can crank the combat speed up too. That's cool.
Missed.
Alright, well, we're just going to load this real quick. 348. We'll reload outside. 'Cause I'm totally dropping the difficulty down because I was not, I'm not in the headspace to want to deal with micromanagement like that. I was just doing it for shits and giggles.
I'm on it. Oh, I prefer something with a little more stabbing.
Whoever was here left in the middle of drinking their tea. Harris, take this coin out to the Horda village and see if you can round up anyone willing to do a week's digging for pay. Try the low caste types first, the Raparu. They're used to hard work and they don't ask for more than their share. Wait, had we gone down into that otter pool area? I don't know if the quick save was before that or after that. About to find out. Yeah, we'd already been down here, okay. I'm a survivor, and I just can't die here.
Let's take a
You
look.
hope I can't die
Wait,
here.
look there. Easily done.
Statue bears elaborate detail for the buckles of the warrior's grave. Ah, shit. We're gonna get hit with that trap no matter what we do.
Never you mind that miss. I'll land the next one.
I'm here. Can't make a dent. This one's for Keelan. Watch my hand.
One down.
Get threshed.
This isn't working. Show me.
Yeah?
dent.
No can do. Mo Ixie on it.
Let's get started. Hold, please.
There we go. Oh, there's 2 skull ups. That's why I wasn't paying attention. These are still quite challenging, I think.
This thing isn't doing the job.
I don't need to loot all that stuff.
Real quiet now.
Over here.
I can't disarm traps. Yeah, I don't have any mechanics. Alright, well. Foreman's quarters.
Let's take a look.
Skill too low.
I'll see to-
There's a spider back there.
Here we go.
Cave beetle. Oh shit, there's a few.
Little something for you. Compliments of the Queen. Easily done.
Larva I'll take. It's a quest item. The small outer disc was apparently to be worn as a medallion. On one side of the disc depicts a figure with his arms raised, trying to flip up his head, a blade in one hand and shield in the other. The other side has been worn smooth with time and is unreadable. One of the workers dug up this old outer medallion in the sublevel yesterday. I doubt Odorisi would be interested in it. Besides, it looks like it's worth something. Might be nice to surprise the crew with a bonus.
Ah, I see your plan.
Can I not get over here? Guess not.
I'll see to it.
What can I do you for?
I'm here. Another round, another crit. Easily done.
Can't get back in there. There's a bag. There's goodies down in here.
We got trouble, folks.
Watch my hands.
Young Panthers.
Another for the Queen.
Not even close.
Show me. Yes? Ah, I see your plan. Now you know how my scabbard feels. I'm here.
Uh-huh.
I'd prefer
The generator occasionally vibrates wildly, and you can faintly hear the sound of metal grinding on metal from somewhere inside the machinery. It's a giant-ass footprint right there. Oh, hello. What do we have in here?
a shadow. I'll see to it.
Let all champions pay homage to Exandros. Without him, there would be no glory. The copper bowl has tarnished to a dull blue-green. Grime and dust coat the surface in a thin film. Examine the bowl more closely. At the bottom of the bowl is a shallow circular depression. Place the champion's medal in there. Said you recognize the offering bowl, an artifact found in many Anguithian ruins. It would have been intended for use only by Anguithians who held high rank or had made some great achievement. In an arena such as the champion might fulfill that role. So place the champion's medallion into the depression. Oh yeah.
Easily done.
How big is this map? Oh, that is a big map. Let's amulet of health.
Well, I'd prefer some.
Here rests Exandros' most virtuous artifact. Artifact. Oh, my foot went to sleep. I'll take those. What is that necklace? That wasn't that impressive.
Dim in the lantern.
A key? No, pry bar. I have to go get some more coffee.
Easily done.
Searching the release which forcibly removed. Praise the bold-hearted Averex, master of the blade. Remove Sama, beloved sister, I gift this statue. Let me just use a rack of the fortunate. The stone around it is worn smooth.
Ah, I see your plan.
The ornate bronze fixtures appear to be braziers, sorry. Why do I say braziers? Jesus. Suit lines the interior with their metallic petals and you spy fresh coal beneath the filigree grating. Someone lit these recently. Hadley means you might do the same. Flint and tinder. Oh, I've got a torch. Nothing happens for a moment and then the brazier ignites in a sudden rush of flame.
I'll see to it.
Light it with a torch. You scarcely touch the flame to the brazier's surface when it catches the hollow roar. The flame jets downward, moving into a narrow channel connecting both braziers.
Well, at least it didn't catch us by surprise.
Yeah, and that's gonna be some sort of a puzzle to
Yes? This one's for kill.
Alright, fuck it. Everybody attack.
Killing someone? Please. Another round, another crit. Yes? stabbing.
Another note. Wasn't sure about the constructs at first. These new techniques may be less extreme than those of eccentrics like Galvino, but it gets harder to remember that once these hulking things were moving around like large, noisy, witless dolls.
I hope you know what
Say your prayers.
easily done.
The season of harvest is here.
Watch my hands.
Go back and figure out that
Another
flame door
round,
here in a
another
minute.
crate.
Dude,
I prefer something with a little more.
some dankness, man. Dank spore, bro. The walls here have collapsed and we're barring any further progress.
Looks like trouble. Let's get
Never you
started.
mind that miss. I'll land the next one.
I'll see to it. Looks like trouble. Here, catch. Another for the queen. Another round, another crate.
Nice.
Nice. Good plan.
Pyrite. I'll take that, and I'll take the pickaxe. I don't need the sword.
I'll see to it. A little something for you.
Green goo spilling out of machines. It's not good.
Could be a fight.
Here, catch.
Smart stoning.
Easily done.
Okay. Okay. Ingredients.
Nice and quiet.
Oh, I'll definitely take all those things. Yep. This has been a stroke of unimaginable fortune to find an Ardravain in such pristine condition. The essence is so concentrated here that even from the far side of the corridor, the pillar's light pulses like a star. At times, I can almost feel as if I can sense it, like the warmth of sunlight upon the skin. We will need to reinforce the central chamber before attempting further excavations. The ruins are unstable, and Sealer's motley workforce of savages and paupers grows more fearful by the day.
Ah, I see your plan.
Moss and grime have been scraped clear of large portions of this mural, revealing the vibrant hues of the Ingwithian figures beneath. Dora the Reckless defeated 7 beasts barehanded.
Well, I prefer something with a little
Frozen
more.
mid-stride, this grim figure is turned towards the colossal pillar of Adra that dominates the chamber. The ashen corpse's outstretched hand rests upon the crystal's dulled surface. Clutched tightly in the remnants of its fist is a bundle of papers bound together by a leather cord. Several more pages are scattered on the ground at your feet.
This one's ashen. Means he ain't got no soul for me to tend to, right?
You're observant, Jody. As you pull the papers free, the ashen fingers gripping them slough away, disintegrating into a fine plume of dust. Standing here with a lone figure, you are struck with a feeling of dread. The air around you, the very motes of ash and dust, all of it is stagnant and still. The feeling grows worse when you look upon the Ardra and sense no energy flowing into its surface. It is as though it has been disconnected from the wheel.
You place your hand against the pillar of luminous Audra. A dim, warm light emanates from the surface, but it feels cool to the touch. Pinpricks dance along your fingers, uncomfortable but not painful. A woman's voice, scratchy, distant, and halting, echoes in your mind.
Find your soul in him.
You concentrate, peering into the Audra's energy as you would peer into a soul. Its inner light is blinding, but as you become accustomed to it, you perceive the core of the Audra itself, a churning mass of millions of soul fragments. With a jolt, the energy reaches out to you. The Angwithan ruin fragments around you, breaking into incoherent shapes and dissolving to dust, falling into an infinite well of dark gray vapor. Even the ground itself disintegrates into nothingness. All that remains is the murky expanse of the in-between. The Audra pillar, and a skein of golden threads rooted in the pillar that extend far off into the distance. You focus on the threads. You catch glimpses of memories, your memories, mingled among the memories of thousands of other captive souls. The filaments begin to cohere, rapidly twining into a golden cord. With a muffled crack, the cord ripples outward in a violent wave toward the endless distance. The cord undulates over a space so vast that you lose sight of the wave before it finds its end. Then, a heavy creaking, like the sound of mountains shearing under their own weight, washes through the dull gloom of the in-between. A violent force yanks you along the cord at an incredible speed. The murk of the in-between warps erratically, as though you are observing it through an ill-ground lens. Just as quickly as you were pulled forward, you stop, suspended below a massive figure of ancient carved Audra. Like all Audra, it glimmers with energy, but the souls and memories within it are not flowing down. They churn in a vortex that burns at the heart of the statue's mass in some invisible engine. It is Eothas. The great golden cord terminates in his back, sending pulses of energy throughout his limbs as they move. He walks in long, slow strides toward a brilliant pillar of Audra far in the distance. It shines even more brightly in the in-between than Eothas. From within the teeming throng of souls, dozens of eyes look out to you. Through the cord, their collective anguish and despair push at the edge of your mind.
Help us, please, help us. Their voices echo in your mind. Somewhere within their ranks you can feel the presence of your own soul slumbering deeper in the gyre.
You attempt to evade the lost souls and find yourself within Eothas. But the incredible power flowing through the god's body repulses you. Not even your Watcher powers can penetrate the massive tides of energy crashing through him. The souls sense your presence and continue to desperately cry out to you. Eothas' stride slows and stops. His head slowly pivots until its great burning eyes are cast back along the cord. As his gaze meets yours, you feel an overwhelming rush of incredible joy mingled with profound sadness. You have sensed similar anguish in lost souls, but never with this intensity. A soothing voice drifts into your mind.
It takes great bravery to venture through the in-between, even for a Watcher.
A swell of admiration radiates out from the god's heart, a force so intense that it momentarily overwhelms you.
You do not need to follow me, for their sake or your own. Something beautiful is coming. Something that will save us all.
A great light shines from Eothas' brow, so bright that even the souls within him flinch from the source, cowering in fear. Through the glare, you see Eothas' massive arm reach up to grasp the golden cord. The tether, carrying energy from the Audra pillar to him, that also suspends your consciousness.
Give me my soul back.
I still have need of it, but do not be afraid, Watcher. Dawn will come for us all in time.
Eothas yanks on the golden cord, pulling it from his back. The cord tears into filaments that blacken and dissolve to dust. Without pause, he turns to resume his stride toward the distant pillar of Audra, shining on the boundless horizon. You hear the souls within him cry out for just a moment, before your consciousness is snapped away from them. The in-between goes dark. For a second, you feel a mix of nausea and a sensation like spinning and falling. Then the moment ends. Your consciousness has returned to the Angwithan arena. The world is sideways, the Audra pillar upside down. You flinch at the feeling that you're standing on the ceiling. The disorientation overwhelms you and you collapse to your knees next to the luminous Audra pillar.
Dun dun dun.
Previously dim and flickering, the pillar now glows with a strong and steady light. You touch the Audra again, but the chill and prickling sensations you felt before are gone, replaced with a comforting warmth, like the embers of a fire that has just lost its flame.
As you return to the world, you feel a hand on your back.
You alright? Come on, we just got you back.
Despite his tone, you can see genuine concern in Adair's eyes. Am I alright? Not even a little.
Well, if you're not sure, now I'm worried.
All right, so what happened?
Thousands of suffering souls were trapped within Eothas. I was powerless to help them.
I don't believe the god of rebirth wishes souls to suffer. If he's harvesting them, he's got a plan. What did Gon say? Is he gonna meet us? What do we do next? He charged you with a divine calling, didn't he? Just like he's done for me.
He saw more luminous Audra in his path, but he told me not to follow, that something beautiful is coming.
I wonder if he said the same thing to people in Rayet Saris 20 years ago.
I wonder what he's after, and why he's been giving me these dreams. The things I've seen, they leave a mark on your soul.
She rubs her arms despite the balmy air.
I may not know what Gon's got planned for me, but clearly he wanted me to meet you.
I'll see to it.
Alright, crickety crackly, snappity dack. I think we can go down here because oh, can I not do? Man, it's different in this one. The port is so different. I liked the controls better in the other one. There we go. Man, are they stuck somewhere? Why does it keep going there? Alright, they're obviously stuck. eye doesn't work that great sometimes, apparently. Alright, let's look here. Hold up.
Yes?
So it says upper left,
Easily done.
lower left, right. Voila. Only the bold, the reckless, and the fortunate shall pass safely within. Nice. Gladiator sword. Who wants the sword? Shall I give it to Adair? I think I shall. Can I enchant it? Might not have anything to enchant at the moment. Oh yeah, not enough money to do. Ah, I see. We're gonna leave those alone. Go up in here to the tomb. That's how we got out, right? Entry hall. This is where it was. I need my coffee. I completely forgot to go get more coffee. What's a Liam? Oh man, you know, I love the first game, but I think the interesting thing is you can absolutely play the second game without having ever played the first game, because it picks up in such a way that the only thing that matters is, like, they reference that you were a watcher and you might be confused. Well, what's a watcher? Well, you can kind of get that through reading through some of the intro text, and then that's the only connection. Really, it's the only connection you have to the first game. Other than, you know, Adair is still with you from, you know, the first game. But I think Deadfire is a much better game because you get a pirate ship and other stuff, and there's more voiceovers. But the first one's still very good as well, because for me it's a super interesting world. Oh shit, we got spirits floating around. The lore is incredible because they have their own unique world, and it's all around, like, the importance of souls and this ancient society who figured out how to transport their soul into godhood, and they are, you know, and dealing with that, and just totally different deities, and yeah, but you also have, yeah, you're hip deep in books and stuff, and 2 jobs and school, and I feel the same way about I really need to sit down and read more, and I never do. I'll be right back. I need more coffee. I started Dark Alliance, original one, War in the North, and Fable Anniversary all late last year. Man, Fable's a good game. I've never replayed that. I've only played it the one time. Do like playing the occasional EQ or EQ2. Yeah, I'm kind of not gonna lie. I'm pretty much over MMORPGs. I think for the most part. At least I'm over playing them. I've always tried to play MMORPGs as part of like a guild, and you know, I'm done with it. It's too much work. It's too much of a hassle. It's way easier to play them single player. Join up with a friend or your brother from time to time, like I do. Um, I don't really want to play MMORPGs that are group based anymore. So it's like I'm looking at like Star Wars: Old Republic. I enjoy because it has a single player storyline. Lord of the Rings Online, I enjoy because it has a single player storyline. I'm looking forward to the Dune MMORPG. It's not even an MMORPG. They call it a Dune MMO because it's Dune, and I love Dune. Now I hate survival games and I hate PvP, but I'm hoping that it doesn't force you to do PvP and that that's all optional. Because if I could just run around and explore the world of Dune and have a fun storyline, then I'm definitely going to play the Dune MMO. It's going to be on the console, so I'll happily play it on the Xbox. Throne and Liberty, the only reason I'm even considering looking at Throne and Liberty is because it's coming out on the Xbox, and I could sit here and play it on my controller. Because that's the other thing is, I just don't want to do mouse and keyboard anymore. And a lot of MMOs that come out, it's all mouse and keyboard. So I'm much more interested in games that are cross-play that I could sit down and play on my console. Because, I mean, I'm literally sitting here. I got my feet up on that chair. I got the, the 45-inch, 4K monitor over there, and I could just sit here and play, stream it to my PC, and that's it, I get entertainment out of it. It doesn't have to be, and I don't have to deal with any drama. There's no people. And then when I sit down and do like tabletop stuff, I could do that at the table and be focused for a few hours. As the souls move past you, some turns their head in your direction, but most seem fixated below you on the Audra pillar beneath your feet. A few nod their head in thanks or raise a hand to acknowledge your presence.
What do you see that I can't, Watcher?
Souls, dozens of them, maybe hundreds. They're all going to the Audra pillar.
All of them? Really?
She strokes the cage of her lantern, appearing lost in thought. A small group of souls has started to cluster around you. One of them is standing a bit closer than the others and gestures for your attention.
Watcher, we'd like to come with you.
Okay.
You have our thanks. We appreciate that you showed us the way to the Audra. But what if it goes dark before we reach the beyond?
The other souls around her nod in agreement.
Can I harvest the souls now?
Sure.
Thank you for aiding my mission, Watcher. I just knew you'd help me if I followed you.
Jody glides her hands in a series of motions that resemble a martial art or an intricate dance. As she slides a circle around the area, she begins swinging her lantern faster and further from her body until an ephemeral light flares from inside. The lure is answered, and several souls change course, drifting past the lantern's cage to disappear.
Thank you, Watcher.
Cool beans, man. Oh, we got people. Hey, is that fucking the mage Eothas? It's totally Eothas. He's even wearing the same clothes he was wearing in the first game. You start to approach the elf, but a 30-ish woman with serious demeanor notices you and points.
You went into the ruins. Did you find survivors? In hiding, perhaps?
She looks past you at the darkened passageway. Desperate, feeble hope flickers in her eyes. I'm sorry. If it's any comfort, I think they died quickly.
It is not. But thank you for trying.
She lowers her head.
I take it you are going back to Port Marge, yes? Governor Clario will want to hear of this. I am sorry that we cannot accompany you, but...
I shall go with them, Vanessa.
A sharp-featured elf comes to the fore. As he meets your eyes, he gives you a knowing nod. He's earned a few new scars, but you recognize Eothas Corficer all the same. He taps a finger to his lips, a sly smile working its way across them.
After all, the jungle can be perilous, and the beasts that were here could not have gone far.
Ak, as you say, Engferth.
She turns to Eothas, a despondent cast to her frown. Let's go. He gives you a quick smile.
Be careful, Nico.
She gives Eothas' hand a quick squeeze before backing away.
I shall try.
Eothas nods at her before leading you a short distance away.
Thank you for your discretion. I'm certain you have many questions, but I fear they must wait until we're off this island.
He casts a regretful glance back at Vanessa and the Animancers. Well, we'll talk later. He's just gonna be a regular old wizard, please. Welcome to the party, Eothas.
We will remain here to see to our dead.
Okay. Alright, I think we're done with this area, if I'm not mistaken. Where's that ladder at? Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to reconfigure my, Alright, let's get out of here. Well, I'm still waiting on my brother to get his Xbox, Liam, because he still can't get a hold of one. Because we want to play Halo together. And then we're looking at Diablo 4 is coming out this summer. We'd like to play Diablo 4 together. Baldur's Gate 3 this fall, obviously. Alright, I think we're done with all the quests. The only thing we have to do now is go back to turn in. Governor Clario's estate, yeah.
What can I do for you?
I have information about the dig site.
At last, Belfetto, tell me, please, what has happened? How much have we lost? I must know.
I saw the same destruction Eothas wreaked on Cadnua. Odorisi is dead, along with most of your Animancers.
I see. And the work? Odorisi's notes? Was there nothing of his research?
His gaze searches yours with almost feverish anticipation. Sure, I found them here.
You did. Gods be kind.
Claria takes the bundled notes from you with barely restrained urgency. Within moments, he is flipping through the papers, his eyes sweeping back and forth across the pages.
Belfetto! Belfetto! We are saved!
Clario lets out a relieved, almost giddy laugh, looking up at you with a toothy grin. A grin he hides, soon after, beneath a cough and a look of some regret.
That is, Odorisi's legacy is not wholly lost. I like to believe the man would find that pleasing.
He folds the papers once again and sets his hand over them protectively.
You say this is all the work of the Titan, of Eothas, and you still insist on looking for him?
Who is it?
He destroyed your ship, killed my
Lucas.
people. Would it not make more sense
What's
to
up, buddy?
sail to the far side of the world and away from all this?
Who else is coming in? Huh? Now he wants out, Chris. I don't know what his problem is. Sailing distant places and fighting monsters is what I do. Thoughtful, Sodi rubs a knuckle along the edge of her jaw.
It is a strange obligation you are under.
I understand a little of that. Lucky for you. If I were a more sensible man, I would take this for fable and turn you away.
Clario, I need your help. Eothas is looking for Audra pillars like the one in the arena.
It would explain why the giant went for the dig site, rather than attack us in the town, wouldn't it?
Clario sets a hand to his stomach. With the other, he pulls a handkerchief from his pocket to mop at his brow.
Merla. He will ravage every outpost in the Deadfire. That Adra is why we are here. Why everyone is here, in truth. The Valian Trading Company, the Royal Deadfire Company, countless mercenaries. You'll want to go to Nekataka. Queen Onekaza II rules there, at the Kahanga Palace. Anyone seeking to do business in the Deadfire Archipelago must negotiate with her first. The Queen knows every Adra vein of worth in the Deadfire. I'm certain she can help you. That is, if she agrees to see you at all.
Then that's where I'm going next.
And for that, you need your ship. I'll arrange it with Ekawa. Between the two of us, I'm certain we can gather the workers we need. Head down to the beach once you are ready to depart.
Thank you for the help.
Bompiaco. It is only right, after all you have done for me. I won't keep you further. You have a long and very strange journey ahead. Some advice. After you have had your audience with the Queen, seek out the Valian Trading Company. They make their headquarters in Nekataka, and the company always appreciates good help.
Nice, and we leveled up. Some of us leveled up anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, more in alchemy, not that I need it. New power level unlocked. Choose 2 abilities. Ooh, tasty. Hobbling shot. Raw damage over time. Far more accurate. Hobbles the target. Oh, I'll take that. And we will also take this.
Hey.
Two new abilities. Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely take that one. Oh, I'll definitely take that too.
Yeah.
Oh, we're definitely taking consecrated ground. Love that spell.
Yes?
All right.
shadow on water.
I think we go right to the beach now. Get on out of here. I think we're done here. I guess I could sell. I don't really have anything to sell.
We have supplies here for the... Have a look.
Yeah, I have to go into the stash. How do I go down? Like, I'm genuinely curious. How do you... It doesn't matter. LB to refill ship supplies. Oh, that's all my coin. I don't want to do that. Well, what I wanted to try to figure out how to do was how to select weapons and stuff, but it's not letting me pick. I'll just have to figure that out another time. Oh, wait, it tells me right there. Hit the X button. Ah, there we go. Okay. See, the UI is not nearly as intuitive as it was on Pillars of Eternity 1. So when I do my review, I got to do my review of this port because it's a different port than the other game. They did a great job with the port for the first game. This one, not so much. Like, there's some confusion with the way things work. Alright. Who wants this necklace that I have, which gives me health? Let's give it to Eothas.
Fresh fish!
I think we can get out here back to the beach. Leave town on foot. Oh, there were some more souls on the beach. I wonder if I can get them with Jody. There was 2 souls on the beach. I don't think it's going to let me.
Good, you are here. Clario has made good on his promise. We are making ready to free your ship.
Ikawa gestures towards your vessel, where a motley group of Hoana and Valen workers race to and fro.
I say still that you are fortunate. The ship was nearly lost, but it will float. For how long, I cannot say. You will wish to find a friendly port with some speed, I think.
Do you know where Nekataka is?
So you will go to the great Kahanga city as well. You must sail north for some time, and then a little east. Take care in Nekataka, outsider. It will close its jaws around you, and you will never notice. Come, we will see your defiant out to sea.
Nice, an achievement. A sailor's life. You've received a curious message from Harbinger Vatnir. Read. This missive, written what looks like dried blood on a slice of tanned leather, came to you rolled and sealed with the mark of the Aurochs. The lettering, spidery and sharp, suggests the sinner may have been shivering as they composed it. Oh, this must be for expansion content. Most glorious watcher of Cadnua, I cordially invite you to a feast to be held in your honor. A community of like minds has congregated at Harbinger's Watch, a small outpost located in the southern Deadfire Sea, to witness the Dead Flow's rapid expansion. Soon ice will consume all, and Rigman's dominion over the Dead Eothas should be unchallenged. See, this is, spoiler alert. I should have stuck that in my stash.
We should address the matter of our ship's resources before we get underway.
Yes, ma'am.
It saddens me to inform you that we lost several crew and most of our provisions during the storm. However, Port Margay appears to be well supplied, and I expect the recent disaster has left several sailors in want of a ship. I suggest we contract for additional supplies and crew before we return to open water, or our voyage may indeed be a short one.
Now I gotta remember how to work with the, that's my current party. What I don't remember is how to, I'm sure we'll figure it out in a minute. I don't remember how to, actually I don't know how because they haven't shown me yet how to interact with my ship. You encounter another ship at sea. The pop sound, yeah. As the Defiant leaves Port Margay behind, you casually observe dozens of other ships coming and going, mostly fishing and trade vessels. One craft, however, stands out, an imposing dhow, complete with cannons crested to view across the Defiant's starboard bow. The flag raised high atop its sails signifies a wish to parley. However, the dhow approaches at an aggressive speed, suggesting that it may not easily be turned away. Face your pursuer head on. You spin the ship's wheel counterclockwise. It spins around quickly, disturbing a gull resting on the foremast. The bird voids a white splotch on the deck as a sign of its disapproval. You even out the wheel and bear straight towards the dhow. The distance closes quickly, and soon the massive dhow's hull rolls on the waves beside your ship. Boarding planks emerge and are quickly cast onto your ship, along with shouts from its crew notifying you that their captain will be boarding. Several well-armed men cross the planks, their eyes watching every inch of your ship. The crowd parts to make way for their captain, a tall, well-dressed man. He peers at you with one impeccably groomed eyebrow raised. Following behind the captain, in stark contrast, strides an unkempt Orlan. A pair of pistol grips protrude from his belt, and he casually twirls a stocky firearm round his index finger. His shaggy face, framed by long cobalt blue hair and a wildly braided cerulean beard, makes the crooked smirk he directs at you seem almost sinister. I like the description of this guy. Twirling pistol. Pirates! We've been boarded by pirates!
On behalf of the Principes and Patrina, I must request we meet in parley.
The broad-shouldered captain up-tilts his chin in greeting. When he smiles, his left cheek divots a small dimple. You have my attention.
Agrasima. I will make this quick.
He flourishes a courtly bow.
I have heard some marvelous tales regarding your ventures in the Deerwood. In fact, you are the first dragon slayer I have ever met, outside of a grave. Some fools would seek to make a fortune by pilfering from one such as you.
But not you,
He's
huh?
done his research. Might as well hear him out.
Under the captain's words, you hear a faint but insistent buzzing. It blooms, overwhelming Ferrante's voice, drowning out all else around you. No one else seems to notice. A vision. Thunder cracks between your ears, and you glimpse a different sun-shod sea behind your eyes. Let the visions come. The visions streak across your mind's eye, fleeting and incoherent. An elf, dark-haired and battle-scarred, stepping across the gulf between vessels. She shakes Ferrante's hand, and warmth spills through you. Excitement, pride, respect. The imagery melts like candle wax into a lamplit galley swamped with the scent of unwatered rum and sweet fruit with sailors and their songs and sweat. Tears and mucus mar the man's features as Ferrante reads the man his last rites. Thief or no, they'll consign him to Andra, as tradition dictates. Oh, hang on. I missed a paragraph there. The scene billows away, ice-cold reclining place with the crew on deck, Solomon staring as Ferrante grasps one of their own by the throat. No, not one of their own, no more. You don't steal from family and stay family. Okay. The vision passes, leaving you blinking on the deck of the Defiant, looking into Ferrante's face. He raises an eyebrow.
I believe you have met such a fool. Captain Benweth of the Dread.
Oh, I did meet Benweth. Despite the gravity of his words, he smiles grandly, and the dimple cuts deeper into his left cheek. Ooh, I know a cipher's handiwork when I feel it. Tell yours to stay out of my head. The Blue Orland's mouth falls open.
Voxen of Ubildet Merla. Careful, ship hunter. Mind that you do not confuse a useful skill set for a non-expendable one.
Ferrante glares at Seraphim. The Orland steps back, blinking away the rebuke, and peers at you, probing. His yellow-green eyes narrow, unfocused, as if trying to remember something. Then the captain turns a warm smile back to you.
My apologies. Rest assured, it will not happen again.
Apologies, Captain. Didn't mean it, really. We're up all night, you know, searching out our friend here.
He looks to you.
You've been at sea a while. Your mind starts playing tricks on you, aye? Well, mine plays tricks on others, too. Usually don't mean much. Maybe see a bit of shadow, hear a bit of tune. Not unless the person's sensitive. Like, say, a watcher.
He winks. Alright. I remember the Drake.
Gelarde. Then that should make this easy. I am keen to show
yeah, it's really cool, man.
Some much-needed humility. I thought perhaps you may care to as well.
Oh, I'm absolutely down to teach that little bastard some humility.
Do my job for me, friend. Hope you don't die in the effort.
The rogue words flit through your thoughts like darters. Not quite your own, but not entirely unlike your own either. So if I wanted to teach Benweth a lesson, where might I find him?
Benweth's Drake took damage during the storm. Eventually, he will need to dock for repairs, and when he does, Seraphim can find him for you.
Ferrante flourishes a hand towards the Orland at his side.
He is rather an unrefined creature, but he is a most skilled ship hunter, I assure you.
Unrefined? Begging your pardon, Captain, but I'd be the fucking model of the gentleman of fortune.
The Orland scoffs.
As for Benweth, that sucker of squid tits be as predictable as the tide. But wager all my furriest bits that he'd set sail for Deadlight.
That would be felicitous indeed, as I believe the traitor Remaro hides there as well. I quite enjoy killing 2 men with a single bullet.
Wouldn't have even thought of it if you hadn't brought it up, sir.
Yet you feel the surge of anger that's not your own. Seraphim spins toward you and bows again.
Now, I ain't hardly in any hurry to leave the fine company of the gentlemen of leisure. But the captain be right about me finding your mark. Adding to that, you sail into Fort Deadlight not knowing your innies from your outies. You might very well find the locals cannon fucking your boat to sodden splinters.
I love the dialogue, cannon fucking your boat. Welcome aboard, Seraphim.
Oh, you won't be regretting this, Watcher. At least so long as you keep us heavy in grog and light on the onions. Ugh, them dirty shit apples ain't never agreed with me.
Shit apples?
They never will.
He pats his belly as he strides to your side. I love it. He calls onions shit apples.
He's not sleeping near my berth, I promise you that much.
Oh man, that's awesome.
I stay now for Dunwich, my own safe port.
Yeah, he's a fun character to have in your party.
In schooling our wayward captain.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna keep him as a cipher. Now, what I don't remember is how to access my ship menu. Because there's a way to move your men around and put people in healing. Do I have to go to a port first? This is what I don't remember. And they haven't shown me the controls yet for the ship. No, I don't care about controls. Huh. Ah, here it is, right here, ship management. There we go. Okay, I vaguely remember this. Need her to go down into resting so that she can heal. I need more crew. Specifically, I need a navigator, a cook, a surgeon, and a deckhand. What are we currently feeding them? Hardtack and water, which lowers morale. I think we have to go all the way around. To get back to the port. There's a shipwreck. Waves batter a splintered hull that doggedly refuses to sink. Whoever abandoned this may have left something behind. You stumble upon an ancient shipwreck. Its sails hang from the mainmast like cobwebs, shredded by cannon fire and vicious winds. The ship's hull is cracked and bare, but there may be still inside something worth salvaging, so let's sift through the wreckage. Some water. A pry bar. And that's it. Okay, this is like, think what I want to do. Supply? Oh shit, who did I want to hire? Hold that thought. Oh, I have room for 2 more cannons too. Run Hognose. Okay, remember that. Let's see here. I need 1 deckhand, navigator. I'm gonna have to write this down because I will forget. Cook, navigator, deckhand. What's the other one? Surgeon. And 2 cannons. Okay. Who do I have over here? Oh, I see. And these guys have pluses for what they do. Gotcha. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's hire... Okay, you're my deckhand. Oh, hang on. You're my surgeon. You're my cook. I'm not going to get a navigator, am I? Well, hell, let's just hire them all if they don't cost any copper. Oh, I just got a something. Oh, it says assign a crew. Did I really? Guess it automatically assigned them? Hold up. We need some cannon here. Medicine. Iron Thunder. Man, those are expensive, but I don't have any other choice because it's the only ones I have. No, Deerwood Hognose. There we go. I need 2 of those. I definitely need some more shot. No, hang on. Medicine. Do you have medicine? You do not. Where did those cannons go? Are they in my stash or something? Hang on, does he have... Yeah, he's a helmsman. Okay. Where did those cannons go that I bought? Oh, they're right here. Herpa-derpy! Now, I don't have any medicine. That's a bad thing. Nice, man. Hey, I the last 2 days, I did like yesterday, like the day before yesterday, I did like 7 videos. Then yesterday I did 7 videos. Plus I did chapter 34 between 2 days. And then I did the map for the bunch of incarnate stuff. But then I did the map for the Forkland docks last night. Yesterday was the first day I haven't taken a nap in I don't know how long, like months, because I take naps every day. I did not take a nap yesterday. Like even today we took a nap. Like Chris and I both. It's hot outside. It's like 95 degrees, So we actually both slept here on the. We had lunch. We went for a walk and then got back when it started to get hot. And then we had lunch and then we just passed out for like an hour and a half. I love what I do. I tell you what though, man, Liam, I am like so ready to be done with like I have one chapter left, theoretically. I probably need 2 or 3, but what I'm probably gonna do is I'm just gonna get it down in rough format to finish the book. And then once that's finished, I'll save all the other stuff that I want to do and flesh out the revision. Because everything that you've seen, everything that the patrons have seen over at the Patreon page has been the first draft of things. So as I go along, I stick somewhat to the outline that we have, but also I get little ideas here and there, but I don't want to get too off track, so I've just saved a lot of stuff so that when I have 35 chapters, roughly 2,000 words per chapter, we'll have a 70,000-ish, right? But what I'm going to do then is ideally, when I go back and do the revision, I'll be fleshing out some of those chapters and maybe get up to around 80,000. I don't think I'll be cutting anything. I think it's just going to be, I'm going to be adding stuff because there's more things that I want to add, more details. I want to flesh out the characters a little bit more. I will say this. I started off really enjoying the process of writing in the omniscient third person, right? That's omniscient third person, which is the Dragonlance style. But I've realized that as I got deeper into the book, I switched and I started writing less sort of like Dragonlance and more like Raymond Feist, the Rift War saga. They both use the sort of omniscient, although Rift War is less omniscient and more is sort of the limited third person. Anyway, I don't enjoy it as much as I do like traditional third person limited, where you're writing from the perspective of the character like I did with Echoes of the Past. Like I like writing first person, that's fun, and then third person. I like that limited third person view because it gets you in the head of that character for that chapter. And this was an experiment to see if I could pull off that Dragonlance style. I don't necessarily enjoy it as much as I do limited third person. But for the purposes of expanding my wheelhouse, that has been challenging. Whether or not it's successful or not depends on how that book is received once we get it out in the open. Because right now it's all been behind closed doors on Patreon. So once I get it all edited and put together, and I mean, I think you read the update the other day on Patreon. I'd like to get that out by August. If the timeline works properly, I should be able to get that out by August in Kindle format and paperback so that people can purchase it. And then it'll be its own thing, and we'll see how it's received. And somewhere in there, I gotta finish that sci-fi novel. I will be right back, dude. I'm about to pee my pants. I've had like 3 cups of coffee. Be right back. Also, Liam, if you're still here, I know that you have an affinity for Halo. I'm really it's difficult for me because I had a lot of critiques for the Rings of Power because I'm intimately familiar with the Tolkien lore. I am not intimately familiar with Halo lore. I know the Halo video games, but I've never read the books or anything else. So when I watched the Halo show, it doesn't bother me that it was on like a different timeline. And I find that very interesting from the perspective of I wonder if I could have enjoyed Rings of Power or the Wheel of Time adaptations on Amazon more if I wasn't so associated with the books, because Chris watched both the Rings of Power and the Wheel of Time, having never read the books, and she gave each one of those shows an 8 out of 10. She really enjoyed it. I easily gave the Halo show an 8 out of 10. That I loved the Halo show. That was freaking awesome. And I know the only people I've seen complaining about it are like they ruined the Master Chief. That's not the Master Chief from the books. That's not the Master Chief from the video game. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't know because I haven't read the books. So it's like I was able to get into the show and I binged it in like I had a sick cat and I literally just laid here for like over the period of like 24, 30 hours and watched all 9 of those episodes or whatever it was. I thought it was really good, man. I love Halo. I think it's a great franchise. Man, I think, yeah, I understand. I mean, I get it, but it's, I enjoyed it. How can I move the ship up here? There we go.
The ring of a bell comes to you on a cold wind. The ring comes again and again, until soon the air is full with the sound of 1,000 bells ringing all at once. You are alone. And then you are not.
Oh, it's all of the gods this time.
An indistinct figure stands before you, flickering between forms like a fire-cast shadow. A fixed, taunting grin. Bottomless black eyes. A yawning chasm in the earth. The aspects of Bareth, the Usher and the Pallid Knight, shift in and out of focus. And at their back, 4 indistinct shades hover. You feel an eternity stretch out behind each of them, reaching back to places so distant and yet so near you cannot comprehend their size.
Oh shit. Hang on. Dude, you have to buy that. That is like one of the best Star Wars series of books you'll ever read. So I'm sorry guys, you guys are getting me in live because my brother just sent me a message. He just found on eBay for 28 bucks. They're not in the best of condition. Am I going to be able to show you? You'll appreciate this, Liam. Hang on. Can I get that in focus? It's all the Michael A. Stackpole X-Wing novels. They're a little worn on the covers, but they're paperbacks. But it's 28 bucks for all of those. And he's like, it's $100 for the new set, or I could get this used set for $28 plus $7 in shipping. Those books are freaking awesome. Yeah, 20. I mean, they're definitely a little torn. The spines are pretty worn out. But he's never read the books before, so it's like, you know, there's nothing wrong with a little wear and tear on the spines. You know, you're gonna save $70, and you'll have a pair of books that you can read and enjoy, but you're not gonna have to worry about tearing up because they're already, you know. Man, I used to love. That was the thing I did before video games and before the internet. All I did was collect books, like you do, and it's just like, man, I don't know if there's still a thing anymore, but like used bookstores for me used to be the biggest thing because I could go into a used bookstore and get a decent array of books from like $1.50 to $3, you know, and in various states of disrepair. But I would go in and come out with, you know, 25 books for $30. And now I've got like 2 months of reading material. And then literally my PayPal account, I started my PayPal account to get on eBay because eBay was such a great place to find used books.
The shifting image of Berith settles on the aspect of the Pallid Knight.
Watcher.
Her voice is the discordant clangor of gongs struck out of time.
I tasked you to discover Eothas's intentions. Tell me what you have learned.
He's draining souls from the luminous Adra.
The Pallid Knight knits her brows.
He does not seek to return to the beyond? Intriguing.
Her sickly pale skin pulls tight across the bones of her face, as if the shell of this aspect does not quite fit the impossible creature it contains. The figure nearest Berith dissolves and reforms in the image of a thin-lipped, ancient crone, whose face has felt the melting kiss of fire. The goddess Wodica strides forward.
Does Eothas frighten you, Berith? He should. Margran subdued Eothas's influence once before, and yet he returned.
From out of Wodica's shadow shuffles a hunched, bald man you recognize as the god Scan. His skin is mapped with swollen lash scars, and breath whistles a ragged hole in his face.
You spend way too much money at used bookstores. You must restrain yourself.
He does not speak, but stares up at Wodica with naked loathing plain on his ruined face.
Well, I'll tell you what. Now that I have my house, you know, and I have an address, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to start collecting books again. I don't know if I'm ready. That might be the short version is that, you know, this is the place that we're gonna stay at for the next however many years it takes. So Chris and I are on a mission right now, which is, you know, we got all the traveling out of our systems when we were in our 20s and 30s. You know, we've done all the things we wanted to do for the most part. I think she's only got a couple of bucket item lists that she would like to do. She would like to go to Japan someday. So that's cool. And I would like to go back to Italy and spend, you know, another summer in Italy. But those are long-term things that we don't have to do anytime soon. In the meantime, it's just hunkered down, building the YouTube channels, building the Patreon, you know, getting all the products out, seeing where that takes us and everything else. And then modernizing this place. This place will be I imagine this is a 5-year project. You know, we moved here last year. March 15th is going to be a year. Have been here for a year. So I imagine this is going to be a 3 to 5 year project for this place. But we're already talking about what do we do next. And the next is going to be purchasing a small place up in the mountains somewhere. And that's where I will probably set up like a like a den, like an actual, like there's my writing office. Like this is a work office. It's fucking hot. There's air conditioning. It's way too hot outside. I don't ever leave this place. It's just a work office. But I don't want to have a den here because it's too hot all the time and you just have to run the AC all the time. So this is just a place for us to hunker down because it's paid for and work towards saving up for the next place we buy. And the next place we buy is going to be the sort of like the dream property that we get, which will be somewhere mountainous, where I don't have to worry about the climate so much. And that's where I will start getting a... Oh yeah, and I'll grow my beard out again. And my hair. Like, I literally, the day I told Chris, I was like, I cut my hair off, you know, because I hadn't cut it all when we moved here, and I let it grow for like a year. And then I pulled out the clippers, and I was like, I just put it on the number 8 and just went... And I told her the other day, I was like, you know what? I think I'm just going to do the number 8 once a month for like the next 6 months or whatever, because it's starting to get... It's 95 today, you know, it's like... You go out of the office and you just start to sweat. It was like I was letting my hair get long and everything else. I don't want to deal with it again. Anyway, long story short, I do want to get back to collecting books, but I don't want to do it here because it's so humid and we have termite issues. Like, this is a... so that bookshelf that used to be right back there, I had to get rid of it. It's out in the other room now. So I have thankfully stopped. You won't be able to see it probably now because I got the bed in the way. That corner down there, over there, because I've pushed the bed over, that's a corner over there. And it's the outside is on the other side of that wall. And the termites got into my bookshelf. They came in through the wall. And we fixed it, put the bookshelf back, pulled it out again like 2 months ago. And it had termites again. And so we're like, where the fuck are they coming from? So we just basically... The house needs a lot of work, but I filled all that with concrete around the base of the wall and closed off any holes and stuff. And so far I haven't had any termites come back in. But the issue is that you can't get rid of them because of the tropical environment. So like, I need to record a video and show people. So like when we go out for a walk, it doesn't matter what direction you go, every single tree in this area, because of it's just the tropical environment, everything is infested with termites. And so you'll walk out and every tree you look at has these, they look like vines, you know, they look like vines that are going up the, you know, the trunk of the tree, and then they go down each one of the limbs. And what it is it's literally the tunnels for the termites. And there's like 20 different roads going up the trunk of all these trees, and then they go up the limbs, and then they just go to the end of the limb, and they just start eating their way back towards the chunk of the tree. And just over time, they just slowly eat away at the trees. Now, because this is a tropical environment, the trees keep growing faster than the termites can eat them. But termites are just a product of this place, which is why everything is built with block. There's no wood construction here. Many people have wood furniture in their home, but you have to clean every single day. You have to mop and use insecticides, and you know they have special like citronella mop solutions so that you can keep all the ants and termites out. But I would not want to put bookshelves in this house because of that experience right there. Because my one single bookshelf, the worst part is like this bed. I built this bed frame. This is wood. My desks are wood. So I have to be conscious of it now, being like constantly, you know, like, shit, man, there's termites. So that's the long story of why I'm not going to put a bookshelf in this house.
Long, knob-jointed fingers.
We must annihilate Eothas now, before he makes a rash decision we cannot easily annul.
She casts a sly look at the pallid night from the corners of her eyes.
A moon would do the job nicely.
You would destroy Eora for spite?
Wodica stares at you down her long nose.
I would destroy it all in the blink of your wide eye if I believed it would benefit me. Empires can be rebuilt. Souls can be reforged. Do not forget it.
The figure beside the aspect of Berith flows forward in a
It can be
swirling
annoying,
cloud of
yeah.
ash. The ash falls to the tiles and reveals a molten-skinned woman, leaning on a monstrous, wicked-edged broadsword. Mogren's glowing lips curl in disdain.
We must find a solution to the problem of Eothas that is neither do nothing, nor destroy the world. I acted in haste during the Saints' War. You will not goad me into doing the same now. To move against him while his plans are unknown would be the height of foolishness. We must find wisdom in precaution.
Great idea. Can I go now?
The pallid knight tilts her head to the side and gives you the long-suffering, narrow-eyed look of a parent dealing with a particularly disappointing child.
So yeah, that's the thing. Like recently, I've been on this kick where I've been following this guy I found on YouTube. He's from the Netherlands, and he found a couple of old stone cabins up in the mountains in the western side of Italy, and he was able to buy the property, get everything, buy the property. It was like 6 acres of land plus 2 run-down old cabins that are basically just farm buildings, but he's renovated them, and he got it all for $28,000 like the property and the 2 cabins and everything else. And then he's investing, about $60,000-$70,000 into just making that his forever home. And it's all being paid for with his YouTube. Like it's an amazing project that he's got going on, where he's doing it all himself, but it's all stonework, stone roofs, old beams inside, dirt floors. He had to get water in. He's having to, he's putting gardens in and all sorts of stuff. It's been a really cool. I just found him the other day, and he's been working on it for 2 years. But Chris and I have looked at property in the mountains here, and we could find it for a lot less than, he spent $20,000, 19,000 euro, $20,000 on the property, but then there were taxes and agency fees and everything else that brought it up to 28,000. But we could easily get something for probably $25,000 up in the mountains here in Mexico, in like Hidalgo, or even we live pretty close to San Cristobal de las Casas. The problem with San Cristobal de las Casas is it's so remote that there's no, it's a ways from the nearest airport, and the roads get blocked off all the time. I wouldn't want to be up there, but San Miguel de Allende is pretty good. The Sierra Nevadas, up at Chihuahua, Hidalgo.
No.
Another of the silent figures steps forward.
Which that's all northern Mexico.
And the warm, golden light of a summer's afternoon spills across your face.
Let's all take a deep, calming breath. Perhaps cooler heads will prevail.
Behind Helia's words, you hear the soft coo of doves.
Eothas has been separated from us for too long. Isn't it possible he intends only to gather enough souls to reclaim his realm in the beyond? He should be welcomed.
You look up then into avian eyes. Through them, you see clouds of starlings converge and divide.
And what if he intends to betray you?
Helia puts a feathered hand to her chest.
He wouldn't. Betrayal is not in his nature.
Scan shuffles forward.
Yes. We should welcome Eothas' return to the fold. His gratitude we can leverage to cajole him into divulging his plot. Then, when he believes himself to be in our good graces, we do as Wedeka suggests, and crush him into the earth.
Scan pauses, inspecting you.
And here is the Watcher who wiped dear desperate Alice's mind. You could have let my followers help her kill the man who tormented her. But you did not. Curious.
Scan licks the ragged edge of his lipless mouth and grins, then turns to Helia.
I did not expect such a deliciously ruthless idea from you, Helia. I am impressed.
Helia's feathered crest stands on end.
You wretched little creature.
I think attempting to end Eothas may only make things worse.
Your point is well made, little Watcher. If self-evident, Eothas has not been known to possess a vindictive nature. Indeed, he has occasionally been magnanimous to a fault. If we push him to the brink of reason, there is no telling what he may do. He is, as ever, unpredictable.
Something akin to fondness creeps into her voice.
And what's the point of this?
The pallid knight gestures for silence.
Eothas cannot be killed, but he may be subdued. Yet to do so will take immense power and time.
One second, guys. I gotta switch over to my computer here. Chris is getting into the office here. Now, I was just talking to Liam about San Cristobal. Yeah, because everything here has termites. I need a minute, guys. I gotta help Chris get her chair ready. Alright, let's see here. I gotta switch over to here, because I'm gonna be playing on my PC monitor now. Which means I need to get my phone open for Discord, or for YouTube chat. Alright, I think I'm ready now. We had moved everything onto her chair when we took a nap, and then she decided she was going to come in here and work on some art or something, so... You bringing Frodo in here? So he doesn't have any accidents. Poor Frodo's just all sorts of messed up. He's been getting into fights every day, and he's all cut up and scratched up and has bite marks everywhere, so we're trying to keep him inside for the next couple of weeks. And he's upset, and he can't stop scratching because he's got, what do you call, he's got scratches that are healing. He's got scabs that are healing up, and he can't stop scratching. Yeah, we may end up putting a... Hey, Smeagol's in here, too. What's up, Smeagol? Because you opened the door. Smeagol, come here. Oh, you're a big boy. Smeagol came in today. He also got mangled up. I think he fell on the chain link fence today because he literally came in and had a hunk, like a quarter-inch long hunk of skin hanging off of his chin and all the fur's missing. And he was crying for me, so I had to clean it and get rid of the skin. Don't pull on Mommy's mouse cord. Come here, buddy. Oh, Frodo wants to play. Come here. You want to say hi to everybody? Do you want to say hi? Frodo immediately jumped down to play with him. You probably need to put him out. Did you put talcum on somebody? Oh, okay. Yes, you're being a monster. You're being a monster. You're a good boy. Did you just wake up? You've been asleep all day under the bed. Yes, you have. Yeah, so here's where he got this morning. Yeah. Yeah. It's the second time that's happened to him. So we're pretty sure we know where he jumps over the fence. There's a couple of posts and they're rickety old posts and it's a chain link fence and he's fallen. This is the second time now that he's fallen. You're going to want to probably give him some food, Chris, because that's what he's asking for is food. And then keep Frodo in here. All right. Let's get back to this.
Both stand in his favor.
Magrin grits her black glass teeth.
That is why we must ascertain his plans before he has the chance to put them into motion.
She begins to pace. Her steps leave little trails of fire in her wake.
La puerta, Cristina. Por Frodo.
Magrin stops and balls her hands into flaming fists.
Even if we manage to destroy his current form, there is the possibility he could return if he has not already absorbed all of his children.
Yeah, poor kitties. Yep, I mean, Smeagol's problem is there's a big yellow... Excuse me, Frodo. There's a big yellow cat. Big, nasty. We don't know how old he is, but the mama cat, their mom, runs from him. No one can face him. He is like the big, nasty tomcat, unneutered, roams the forest behind our property, comes into our property, and constantly attacks all of the cats. Now, all of our cats have learned to run from him. They have all been attacked at least twice by the big yellow cat, and they have learned run away because he's a big, nasty, mean cat. Frodo has not learned to run away. Frodo keeps saying, no, fuck you, and he gets into fights with this guy. He's had 6, I think, or 7 fights, and there's been 3 in a row over the past, not yesterday, but the day before. The day before was the worst one. He came home, and he has a huge scratch where he's missing fur, but a huge scratch over his eye that's like 1.5 inches long that's going to leave a scar. He's got a huge bite mark on his neck, and all the fur is gone. He's got 3 big old bite marks on his stomach. The fur is all gone. And he's got another one on the back of his neck, and he's missing all of the fur between his 2 ears and all the way down his shoulders to past his shoulder blades. He's missing all the fur in the back of his neck because this yellow cat has just fucked him up. And he won't stop. Frodo won't stop attacking. He won't run from him. And it's dude, you just got to learn like the rest of your siblings just to run. It's gotten so bad that Chris actually wants to get a slingshot and do some damage to this yellow cat the next time we see him coming under our property or in the woods behind our property because he's a menace, dude. And he's big. I mean, he's got to be like a 15-pound cat. So he's 2 times, if not 3 times bigger than all of our cats. He's a big, big cat. Lucas just goes and hides on the roof. I mean, they all just hide, but Frodo's like, fuck you, bro.
The pallid night casts a cold, cutting glare in Magrin's direction.
Whereas Smeagol's problem is, if you've ever watched any of the videos out in our backyard, everything's rickety old wood. The posts were put there 20 years ago, and some of them are they're just not in good condition anymore, and they're just kind of wobbly. And there's 3 in a row that are 2 feet apart, and Smeagol will jump from one to the other to get on top of the chicken coop. But there's a chain link fence down there, and he's fallen twice. And when he falls, that nasty old chain link fence is cut off, and it has those, where it just got cut off. And it's not you're not going to slice your hand open if you, touch it. But if you fall from 2 feet above and hit that, it's going to take a chunk. If I were to jam my hand down on it, and fall, I'd lose a chunk of my hand. And it's the second time, and he's got it on the same side of his jaw/neck, where he'll come home and he'll be missing a 1/4 inch chunk of fur and flesh. Is Frodo attacking you? Frodo is Christina's baby,
Mothram
so
speaks too freely.
she's trying to.
That knowledge
Yeah.
is beyond your ken, Watcher.
He's attacking her feet. He has the zoomies right now because he wants to go out. We're not letting him. Frodo. You're going to have to put him on the bed, Chris. Frodo. Come here. Come here, buddy. You'll have to put him on the bed, honey. Just relax, Frodo. Yeah, don't scratch. Yeah, don't scratch. Come on, I know you want to scratch. Leave it alone. Come here. You need to. You just want to play right now. He's like, I want to go outside and play, Daddy. Can you relax? Here, why don't you play with my wrist thing? You can eat that. It's not a problem.
Woedica waves the gods to silence.
Eothas gathers strength. His strength is a threat to us.
Her voice takes on a sharp, almost panicked edge.
There is no sensible answer to the question of a resurgent Eothas other than decisive, final action.
Well, there's no cause to act now.
Your opinion is unasked for, but noted. We will act when it is appropriate to do so, and not before.
The Pallid Knight steps away from the half-circle of assembled gods. She pulls herself up to a great height. The words she speaks next come not from her mouth, but from all around you.
Follow him, Watcher.
The black of the Pallid Knight's irises expand until her eyes are as dark and cold as the void between stars. She bends down and brings her ghostly face level with your own.
Your debt to me remains unpaid.
Uh-huh. This is bullshit.
She stares at you, unblinking. Like a needle drawn to a magnet, you are pulled toward her one compulsory step at a time. You blink open your eyes and find yourself on the floor of your ship's cabin. Alone.
Dedicated like the real Frodo. Yes, he is. Alright, let's interact with this. Oh, potion of minor healing, rope grappling hook, fragments of... Oh, what is that? Fragment? Hang on, I got some groovy stuff in my inventory now. Put that cloak on. What are the fragments for, though? The mythical blade of the catacombs of Cadnua was destroyed when Eothas emerged from beneath the keep. The charge are no longer used to know it unless they could be reforged. Oh. Despite being utterly destroyed with the devastation of Cadnua, the sword known as the Whispers of Yenwood has once again found its way into the possession of the keep's road warden, albeit in pieces. It would take a smith of some talent to reforge the weapons. Uh-huh, so that's gonna be a side quest. Scroll. Letter from Alfra. Brentvale, I hope this letter finds you in good health. It has been many summers now since you first arrived in Gilded Vale. Much has changed, but in those years I will never forget the kindness you showed me. The gods have blessed me with a son. He is healthy and strong and already so curious. All of Gilded Vale dotes upon him. I have told him of you. He asks constantly after the Watcher who restored his spirit and hopes one day to meet you. Till then, know that we keep you in our prayers, your most grateful servant, Alfra. Well, that's a nice little touch.
How may I be of service, my lord? I suggest we proceed to Neketaka, my lord. It is the largest city in Deadfire, and we shall be better able to get our bearings there.
Roger that. Anything down here I need to be worried about? Doesn't look like it. Back we go to the world map. In Nekataka. He's over here, Chris, at the edge of the bed, being a monster. He's just... No, he wants to go outside and play, but we can't let him because of the... Because of the big baddie. A lethargic, misshapen bird drops a damp missive onto the deck.
Try the critical lever. Oh, Renfell, captain of the Defiant. I know what you're thinking. I have too many lovable cats, dogs, pigs, birds, and pigs. Like you, I once thought I could take in stray pets, care for their needs, and shower each with equal affection, but we limited beings have only so much love to spread around. Unpleasant, unfair, unfortunate. That's why I took it upon myself to optimize affection and curtail my creature care. I bring you the Critter Cleaver. The Critter Cleaver is a handy ethics-free apparatus yanked from a genuine Inwithian dig site and restored to glorious functionality. Simply slide your favorite feline down one end and let the cleaver do its charm. The best is yet to come, see? The cleaver remembers. Stick a white bird in there and it remembers. Purple pig? It remembers. It even remembers what your pet's strength, weaknesses, and favorite places to poop. Now your furry friend isn't just going to slide out of the cleaver's business end the same as it went inside. No, they come out different. Better. Sometimes. That's where it gets fun. Combinations. Want a bird to think like a pig? Want a cat to think like a different, better cat? The cleaver provides. You'll be doing me a favor of epic proportions if you gave the Critter Cleaver a whirl. Once folks see you using it, everyone will want a turn. I've moved it to the far wall of the dark cupboard, which is at Periki's Overlook in Nekataka. You can find the cleaver just due west of the wooden fella. A friend and fellow animal lover. P.S. I fixed the insert receptacle so that it no longer accepts Orleans and gave it a good scrubbing. You are welcome. Okay.
I don't think I've ever come across that before. That must be part of the Ultimate Edition that I'm playing. This is a big city. So that's us coming up on the docks over to the left. We're getting approached by a group to the right. As you walk down the dock, your approach is noted by a cadre of heavily armored Amoa. Their leader briskly leads them to intercept you. The harbor master looks you up and down with pursed lips. She looks past you towards your ship.
You're far from home, farmer. How did you make it all this way in your little boat?
The Amawa cranes her thick neck to look along the hull of your ship. Her expression conveys equal portions of incredulity and pity.
Why do we gotta be farmers just because we're from Deerwood?
Well, technically, you are a farmer, Adair. That's brilliant, though.
Are you a farmer?
Yeah, but you can't just assume. We got rabble-rousers, too.
As her attention returns to you, the Amawa's mood becomes more formal.
I'm the harbor master, Kao. I must ask your reason for docking in Nekataka.
Ah, but I am from the Deadfire, so... Mao e katuzatuka uahene. Nitozo akiukehe maha akohe. The harbor master's face twists in annoyance. She takes a half step closer to you.
Okora May, Rika. No one gets through without good reason. Not even locals.
So what did I say to her? Don't worry, sister. Surely you can let me through. And she replied, sorry, brother. The women and men behind the harbor master set their jaws and straightened their backs at their leader's words. Deep within you, you feel an uncomfortable roiling. You can't be certain if the sensation is physical or spiritual, but it immediately induces nausea and fills your ears with the sound of blood rushing through your head. Cutting through the din, you hear a familiar woman's voice speak. Each word comes slowly, falling with what sounds like the chiming of a small bell.
Show them.
Ooh, what's gonna happen?
Show them what you are.
Oh, we're gonna do it. Concentrate on folding the edge of the in-between. You close your eyes and turn your mind inward, blocking out the sounds of the harbor and the menacing pack of guards. Soon, all you can hear is the rushing of blood in your head and a muffled chime ringing somewhere far away.
Yes. Yes. That's it.
Time to scare the locals.
What's the matter with you? What are you doing? If you're trying to scare us with some cipher mischief, save the purple flames for the tribes of the Outer Islands.
The roar in your head begins to abate. The ringing of the chime becomes clearer, rhythmic. 2 successive peals, followed by a brief respite. You realize the chime is ringing in tandem with your heartbeat. You open your eyes. The harbor master is gesturing wildly, presumably to get your attention and yelling in your face, but you hear no words. Only the ringing of the chime as your heart rate slows, and slows, and slows, and slows.
Now.
What is this?
Don't fuck with the Watcher. Oh yeah.
Everybody saw that, right? It wasn't just me.
We definitely all saw it, Zodi. That's awesome. What an entry. Alright, let's level you up, Eothas. Cool stuff, man. That's a way to make an entry into a town. From a tabletop perspective, like that is an entry. Like everyone's gonna be terrified of you now. Like, don't mess with that dude. Alright, I get a whole array of spells for him. I want AoEs, mostly. Noxious Burst. Yes, please. Fireball? Oh, yes, please. Give me the fire. I'm a servant of the secret fire. Wield the flame of our door. You shall not pass, bitch. I need to use my custom formation. Oh, I totally need to redo this. So we need to put him at the front. You're at the back with Eothas and me, and Zodi can go up front. Something like that. Why are we still using that other formation? Oh, because I'm still using custom formation too, that's why. Okay, that's what I had to do. I just had to switch it out to the number 1. There we go. Okay, there's the shipwright. Oh man, there's so much to see here. Switch to city map. Oh, and it's a big city. Shit. Well, you know what? I think... What time is it? 6 o'clock. I think I'll switch over and start working on maps for the night. Since Chris is working, I should also go to work. So, this is a good enough stopping point since I've been playing for a couple hours here. I don't have anywhere I can go in this particular... Yeah, there's the Valian Trading Agency. Let's get there first. Let's get to the Valian Trading Company.
Port Marge is behind us. I thought this would be a relief.
Need to go down here, it looks like. Alright, hang on. I gotta expand the map out because I can't see squat.
The Hazanui is at the palace, blaming the Valians for attacking one of their ports.
Well, did they?
Of course.
Merla. How is every ship hunter?
There's lots of side quests here, but we're not going to get sidetracked yet. Hang on, what are you guys doing?
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
This is the quirkiness that sometimes drives me nuts about this port.
Yes?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Come here.
Show me.
If you've come on business with the Valian Trading Company, it will have to wait. There's no
Okay,
need for
we're
you
closed.
to be here after hours. Move along.
Alright, so we can rest, can't we? Resting is not allowed in this area. Ah, but now we can go inside. Alright, perfect. Alright. This is a good place for us to do a hard save. And wrap it up. I'll have another stream up in the next 15-20 minutes. I'm going to get working on the next map for the Weave in the Wood stuff, so stay tuned. If you want to hang out with me more, I'll be up there. If not, like, subscribe, hit that bell icon. I'll be back later on. Thanks to those of you who are hanging out, Liam and everybody else. Until next time, everybody.